They didn't even try to hide it. The disgust, the disappointment, the quiet humiliation that clung to the air that day. My father's lips curled a moment I stepped onto the stage. My mother leaned toward my sister, whispering something that made her laugh loud enough for me to hear. Poor thing, my mother sighed. At least she's smart. Maybe she'll make something of herself. That was 10 years ago, the day I graduated high school, and the day my family decided I was no longer one of them. They said I embarrassed them, that I wasn't pretty enough to belong in the picture-perfect family. They paraded through church every Sunday. So when I earned a scholarship out of state, they helped me pack my bags before I even finished folding my clothes. My mother's parting words still echo in my mind. Don't come back unless you're someone worth showing off. And I didn't, not until tonight. I built myself from the ground up, college, law school, corporate trenches where beauty fades but power lasts. I learned quickly that silence isn't weakness, it's leverage. While my sister Leah flaunted her filtered face and father's money online, I was quietly buying the companies my father owed. Every loan, every signature, every whispered deal, I traced them all. By 28, I didn't just know my father's secrets. I owned them. But this was never about money. It was about the look in my mother's eyes when she told me I wasn't enough. About Leah's smirk the day she moved into my old room. About the silence that followed every time I begged them to love me anyway. 2 months ago, I sent my mother an invitation, gold-foiled, embossed with my company's logo, the Harrington Foundation Annual Charity Gala. Within hours, she posted it online. Proud to be attending my daughter's event, she wrote. The same daughter she once claimed had moved abroad. Of course she came. Vanity was her faith. And my father? He always followed where her pride led. Leah came too, draped in glitter and self-importance. The holy trinity of self-worship, walking right into the cathedral I built for their downfall. The gala shimmered. Crystal chandeliers, champagne towers, photographers capturing every angle. They arrived dressed like royalty, and I watched them from the balcony as the crowd parted around them. When I finally descended the staircase, the room shifted. Eyes turned, murmurs rippled. It's strange how power changes perception. My mother's jaw fell first. My father smiled, tight, political, calculated. Leah just looked lost. Mother, father, Leah. I greeted, each word calm, deliberate. Victory often tastes like ash, but I swallowed it anyway. Over dinner, my father leaned closer, his tone syrup-sweet. You've done well, darling. Maybe it's time we bring you back into the family business. I almost laughed. He didn't realize I already owned the family business. Through silent partners and clever contracts, I had bought out every share he'd once called his. When I rose to make my toast, the room stilled. Before we begin the auction, I said, I have an announcement. I pressed a remote. The projector behind me lit up. Spreadsheets, company names, account numbers, unpaid debts, all under Harrington Holdings. And at the bottom, in bold black letters, new owner, Isabella Grace Harrington. My father froze, glass trembling in his hand. My mother blinked, confusion cracking her perfect mask. Leah's face went pale. This, I said, turning toward them, is what someone not worth showing off can do. The whispers began immediately. Investors scribbled notes. Photographers leaned forward. My father, the man who never shut up, was speechless. My mother's smile fractured. Leah looked at me like she'd seen her reflection for the first time. I stepped closer to her, my voice low enough for only her to hear. You laugh when they call me ugly. I whispered, now you'll work for me. Every day. Her breath caught. Why are you doing this? I smiled. Because you taught me what beauty really is, control. They left early. No applause, no pride, no unity. Just silence. I watched their limousine disappear down the long, glass-lit road, the chandeliers shimmering in my reflection. I didn't feel guilt, just peace. 10 years ago, I walked away invisible. Tonight, they finally saw me, not as a forgotten daughter, but as the reckoning they created.